I've got great news. We're rifting to another dimension. Last year, when this happened, there was a spider. It was this big, it was black and red, and it was the most terrifying spider anybody's ever seen. But only my eyes saw it. My immediate thought was, do I go to the dollar store and get a little bug swatter thing and put it into a little cage and carry it around and feed it? But the dollar store was closed. It probably could have revolutionized mankind. But I've already been arrested for going in the dollar store after it closed. I wanted to help a homeless family. And now I wanted to help a spider. When I was digging in the dirt, I come across a whole bunch of weird reptiles that were staring at me, and they looked terrified. And then when I was riding my bike, there were like 100 bazillion locusts that my bike went right through. I'm like, hell, don't see that every day. When I fed a tree warm water in the daytime, butterflies appeared out of thin air. And today, when I was trying to find God, because only those people are blessed to keep getting answers, the bugs started having mania, and they were flying through from another dimension, and they can live all the way through the planet without even stopping. If Thoth captured every animal and forgot the frogs got something. It's just what they do. Anyways, I would feel bad to be in Thoth's behind right now. But on the right hand side, I had a giant Tyrannosaurus trying to eat a light bulb out of my throat a few minutes ago. I call it Dinosaur Jesus. And Jesus thinks that that's funny. Anyways, I hope this makes you find answers, freedom fighters. And then there was Stereo Guy. First time I've seen him in 2 years, maybe 3 or 4 years. Like Upbeat, the guy that can revive everybody from COVID. I seen him today. I think his name is Joe. Anyways, somebody keeps getting mad at him for turning on music at nighttime. Isn't that the best time for music? Definitely looks like it to me. Apparently it's against the law. No, didn't make the law. I'm doing 2 sets of steps to find Jesus. Every kind of Jesus. On one, I'm on step 6. And on one, I'm on step 3. And I found out the horrible sex inventory stuff. All you gotta say is like, somebody touched my wee wee. And I was also what? You just gotta say sex stuff. That's all you gotta say. Sex stuff happened to me. Made my brain turn to fluff for a bit. Period. Makes you think about it though. Anyways, that's the least of our concerns. I was seen in Nam and I'm not even there. Painting windows. I don't paint windows. I break them. That's horrible to even think that I'd paint one. That would be artistic and fun, and that's against the law. It's graffiti. Like if I'm gonna go to jail, it's probably gonna be for to get off of cigarettes. Because the government keeps selling them. We're gonna need all the people we have soon, so that at least when they're putting us in their zoo, we'll look cooler. I don't want to just be with meatloafs, like that type of person. I call them type A. I need type D, all of the above, for a full spectrum of winged light, so that even they can take me by night. And I mean we, because that's a Jesus perspective. Because we are when we are can. Also, I have a resentment. It's going to be the first one on the earth. Our earth's a garbage dump. What did you do? And I ate beef, and that's pissing something off. And I'm fucking happy. Tesla said we should eat vegetables. The ground is more giving, or like nice to us if we eat it. But we don't eat it. It's against the law, and it's more expensive. And you can't plant a garden in the city. So I'm going to stay here in the church and eat their leftovers. And I'm so proud of it. And there was something else. I think it had to do with a tangerine, but I can't remember. I don't like them. Probably, honestly, just because they don't like me. But I'm okay with that. What was the other thing? There's something else frightening important to talk to you about. I guess I'm gapping out. I could read better than I've ever done before, and something else is understanding it better than they could even think of thought. They can look at themselves without mirrors. Isn't that dope? That's one of my best friends that can do that now. Or it was an anomaly. But I don't think so. That was Frequency God. Actually, he says we are is just an atheist type of agnostic. And he says that's him. So I say, you're just acting like Chinese government right now. Putting yourself below military, below NASA, so that you can really see what's going on. Good on you. It's the same thing. I can't remember what I was going to say. I must be getting hit by an invisible lightning rod again. I'm a child of COVID. Oh, because they are agnostic. So that puts them in the front of saying that we are agnostic. And they're aware of that. Because hell, they're imprinting it on us. What a viewpoint. Saturation, take Kanye West. I'm telling him I think that he's absolutely the best. And how does he have such big hands? I don't get it. Anyway, they look dope. My nails look nice. And they're breaking by themselves again. Well, I don't really think they're by themselves. I think they even brought friends with them. And they're mad that steak's getting eaten. That's what my roof told me. And I'm not supposed to camp in the ravine ever sober. That's where the military practice. I'm not the ones the government puts on drugs. The ones that are survivalists. They've got free range, but only in the human dimension. They're boycotted in every other one. A delicacy for later, I pray. Thy do thy wilt. Shrivel up, Scottish killed. Hemisphere got a gear. My bike flew out of her rear. Into outer space. Outer space is deeper space. And a chromified back here lighter than the Mad Hatter. And now for some reason there's something inside of me is playing with my bladder. It's not actually. But when they're like, does anybody want to break? My bladder started having to pee. And it always does that. Well, never, not anymore. It used to always do that. And then also with smoking. Because the government hasn't stopped it yet. And I've been pre-targeted by a family that wasn't mine to smoke when I'm more likely to not be able to quit. And my mom already smokes and my dad smokes. I definitely shouldn't have smoked. But I was forced against my will after they flew me out of the country. They said you'd be homeless if you didn't start, so I did. And I'm thinking that that's just because smoking's been out for exactly 100 years now, apparently. Don't tell that to the people that talk to the shamans about the DMT. But to our species, that what we know of for certain, without backwards flying time to Jesus, we're just trying to get rid of our repression and guilt because we keep blowing each other up. And I think the target of oppression and aggression is because somebody killed me when I ascended from heaven. All that means is I was probably a leftover dad after my son got killed in the proceeds of war, and I was probably drinking at the time when I found out he was dead. And now look at me. I'm in a room hardly alone. And we know whose fault it's not. And apparently it's nobody around us. So we're touching our noses to remember everything. We're tracking nothing. And the cat will be out of the bag soon. And evolved to have no hair. And maybe winged to fly through the air. And if I pray even harder, what is his name? Taserface. Not actual Taserface, but my buddy. His name is something like Phaser Taser. I just met him. I hardly even know if he's real or not, but he definitely exists. And that's definitely his name. Has some cool shorts that he wears sometimes. And that's all I have to say about him. If you see him, give him props on the excellent shorts. I'm almost out of space for this fun-loving video and outreach. So pray to God for me that I'll succeed and do good, and I don't think too much about the future because I'm thinking about the past forwards and because of my friends backwards, kind of sometimes. And that's not a person, that's a fact. Anyways, we all love to groove. If you see my bike, tell it I said hi. And I love it. Talk to you later.